Know every Lil Kinz looks like? Well, here you go. This is a complete Lil Kinz collection. I completed it, I think, 2 days ago, maybe. This is my last one. And yeah, the Lil Kinz line. This is what it looks like in all its glory. I'm going to go in depth. You get a full detail of every Lil Kinz release by Gans. This line lasted from 2005 to, I believe, 2011, I think, or no, maybe I think earlier than that. They were produced for a while though. They stopped making new ones at a certain time. I'm in 9, 10, 11, something like that. I should have looked that up before I did this video, but yep, they have 60 something. I should have known that before making this video, but we're going to go in depth either way, even if I don't know every details. We're going to be cutting to each one here. I have this is every single one released. Now the Lil Kinz started as a way, I guess, to have a cheaper Webkinz thing. There's a smaller version using the same materials. No, not really, because he used a different fur type. But yeah, it's a little cuter baby version of Webkinz. So you have Webkinz, you got their little kid. I guess is what. That's how I viewed it as a kid. Maybe it's different than that. But yeah, these things are great because they were cheaper than Webkinz. Webkinz, well, nowadays are cheap online, and you can maybe find one for cheap. Depends what Webkinz you're looking for, but even with a tag, you can find them out in the wild sometimes. If you're looking for a tag, it might be more in the price. But back in the day, if you're going to the store, and you want to buy a Webkinz, you're buying one for $14, which is quite a lot, honestly. Or you can have a kind of a cuter looking one that wasn't as big, but it also came with a tag for $10, I believe. Which which was the reason why I had a lot as a kid. To be honest, not to begin with. I got them more later on, so I got more. My brothers got more attached to the Lil Kinz line. And it seems again decided that we can do more. But how about some animals that we can't? They'll work better just a Lil Kinz rather than big Kinz. So these are making signature Lil Kinz, starting with the white mouse. And yeah, they started doing that. Near the end, they pretty much just produced only those types of Kinz. Oddly enough, because you think since they ended the line, I'm assuming because they didn't make so much profit on them, and they're getting greedy at the time, making signatures, which are almost $20, which were a lot for a plush toy. Maybe I remember them being 30 as a kid, but I think it makes more sense if they're 20. But 30 is kind of ridiculous for a plush toy, but they came with stuff on the line. I currently only have one because that's how much I liked them. The Lil Kinz were kind of the opposite. They're me. They were the cheaper version, and they're cute, like little baby guys. So that's why I like the Lil Kinz. And yeah, you're seeing a lot of them. I know you're probably dying to see go into depth which one. Well, right now I have them organized by release. So back over there is the first release, and then go left to right, left to right, left to right to the last release here. So yeah, let's go in depth. Now, if anyone could tell me in the comments though why any reason they could discontinue the Lil Kinz, because my thing is they just were greedy and wanted more money and they didn't make so much money. But I'm confused why they only did like the exclusive ones at the end, because I feel like these would have costed them more money to make rather than just making, well, here's the big Webkinz but small, or maybe this one. Them only buy the bigger Webkinz. That's like they put like a lot of effort into making some of these. Yeah, I do have some problems with the exclusive Lil Kinz, but only certain type of them. But yeah, let's go into every. I'm gonna go showcase them quickly, and then I'll go in depth and could do a comparison. Yeah, we got black and white cat, we got black bear, we got cocker spaniel, we got pig, we got basset hound, cow, golden retriever, gorilla. Gorilla is always hard to see in video form. You can't really see the features for some reason. You can see it better in real life, but still, it's kind of weird. Probably should have made it more lighter black so it'd be easier to pick up. Because I guess I'll go get too depth before I do in depth. Hippo, monkey, pug, rabbit. I got 2 unicorns here, but yes, a unicorn, elephant, golden white cat, lion, Saint Bernard, Chihuahua. I got 2 poodles, 2 frogs, can't speak, horse, Googles, Tiger, 2 alley cats, gray and white cat. Panda, 2 white terriers. Tree frog, Yorkie, Persian cat. Koala, penguin, bulldog, polar bear, bullfrog, leopard, black lab, Dalmatian, pink poodle, white mouse, black poodle, chicken, black and white chicky dog, Clydesdale, blue jay, gecko, lioness, chickadee, seal, blue triggerfish, hummingbird, cardinal, husky, seahorse, canary, purple goldfish, lamb, pink glitterfish, robin, polka backfish, budgie, Oriole, I don't know how to pronounce it, and tomato clownfish. Whew, that's a lot of Lil Kinz. 60 something, 3, I think it's 63 or 68. So yeah, almost like half, 100. Not as many as there are regular ones, but yeah, these is the one I finished collecting. So there you go. Before I go in depth, my first Webkinz ever was this one right here, Lil Kinz pug, named Loopy. You probably know him. You probably recognize him. You've seen the video. Some others you might not. Yeah. Before I go in depth, I'm gonna mention them. One, probably the favorites is not because of the Lil Kinz, but the personality is Harry here, the Lil Kinz Leopard. Well, his personality, it's a nice Lil Kinz build, but not the best. For say my favorite look, other than that, would be this Dalmatian guy recently, because if you don't know, my favorite Webkinz here is Spots. He's also Dalmatian, so having a Lil Kinz version of him, I mean, come on. And yeah, Spots is in this video because why not? Before I go in depth, last thing I say, this is some, I mentioned some of my favorites. Before I do that, I have a lot of favorites. I like a lot of Lil Kinz, but I'm gonna say my least favorite is pink glitterfish, because I just think this design just feels really cheap, and there's a missing fin. This texture's kind of crappy, and it's not that it's pink, because I actually don't even have a problem with pink. In fact, there's a glamour gecko that does this kind of concept way better, and I like that Webkinz a lot. And this one just looks, it's chintz. It just feels cheap. In fact, I thought there should be fins here. Look, I thought I was missing. I actually thought it was missing stuff when I got it. Like, oh, they must have teared it off. But no, this is how it appears. We'll get into the fish. I have from some of the fish signatures they got. But yeah, that's the overview. And if you want to know more about each Webkinz, I wouldn't go in depth because I got them all. I'm going to showcase them all. You know, you can just stop here if you don't want to hear any of that. But yeah, we're going to swap over. We're going in depth. This is every Lil Kinz, and I'm going to talk about each one, and I'm also going to compare them to their regular form if they have a regular form, unless they're exclusive. Now, some of them I don't have their regular forms. However, I have a similar enough kin to compare it to, for most of them at least. Like, I was going to buy them, but the golden white cat is kind of expensive, and I don't have that one. I don't feel like paying $20 for that right now online. I just want to complete my Lil Kinz collection. Wasn't planning on buying other ones. It's not that much. I may have like 5 I don't have, or 6. But compared to how many I be able to find a actual good comparison without having to worry about that stuff. So, you don't have to worry pretty much. So yeah, I feel like it's fun to go into it. And let's get into that. We're swapping modes. Hey, I'm sorry for the fan noise in the background, but it's hot in here. So here's where our comparison is going to go. We're starting with our first Lil Kinz. It's actually one of the first Webkinz too. I think this is the first Webkinz and first Lil Kinz. I don't know. I always get different sources say different things. I found one site for how I organize them, and that's how I did my one Webkinz rank list. I made my own collector's guide. I might show that off one day. It'd be a pretty good interesting video. So here we got the black and white cat to Lil Kinz and regular. Now, despite there being a lot in white cats, I realized the black and white cat's actually different, because it has this weird thing that you don't find in other cats. I'll also be using this one later, compared to the other big cats, because I'm missing the gray and white and a golden white cat. So we're just going to compare it. This one's actually a newer one. new releases. If you don't know about Webkinz, is that they changed earlier on. They had different stuff. The basically the you can tell the way you can tell it's an older release. First thing you do, W. I'm gonna compare an old W to the new W. So this on the left is the old style W. This was in effect for at least from 05 to 07, based on what I've seen at least. And this one started in 07, I believe. You find this on every Webkinz since. Except for the new ones, the 2020 ones and 2021 ones. They had no W's because new Webkinz suck ass. But that I digress. Another thing you also tell is the tag. If it has like a tag, old style tag is kind of like this. It's kind of differently. Some of them don't even have like the description on them. The tags. I got a rabbit has that. That shows they're old. And they're old things. A lot of the old ones sometimes don't even have W's. So there you go. There's something interesting. Webkinz facts. Before I got all that before I even talked about comparison. So, something about the black and white cat. I like black and white cats. My cat I have, you could see her in what I think it's Webkinz Hardest Love, is a black and white cat. She kind of looks like them, like Cookie. So I named this one Oriole because my cousin had a cat like this. And I was like trying to rekindle, like because we used to interact. Some of our Webkinz used to interact and used to date. So I renamed it basically like it's the same Webkinz. Named it Oreo, which was kind of weird because my dog's name is Oreo. But hey, I have a Webkinz named Cookie, and then my cat's name is Cookie. But the Webkinz came before Cookie, so you know what I mean. I don't really got much to say about this. We're gonna see. I'm talking about this later, but this cat has this traditional old style Webkinz fur, which is kind of stringy style. I like it. It ages better. You don't have to brush it. Though sometimes it look kind of crappy. This is a newer one, so it's pretty super soft. I forgot why I named this one. That's how it happens when you get so many Webkinz nowadays. You forget what you name them. They're not part of my classics. I forget. So yeah, a lot of times if they have a string, you'll notice this. They have a stringy fur. That will be more like softer, a little shiny fur. Most of them have it. There's some few exceptions we're going to get into. They're kind of weird. So overall, this is like basically there's not much change. The big and the old one. This the whiskers are different feeling. This one feels more stiff. This one's more light and airy, or maybe just because of the age. This one's older. But yeah, this is the Lil Kinz comparison. I'm mostly just going to say, I'm not going to have to go into detail, but if there are any drastic changes I noticed, then I'll show you. But yeah, there's what it looks like. Big and small. Face off. Yeah, I'll say black and white, looking black and white cat. I like this one. It's actually one of the first ones I got. Actually, I think it is the first one I got when I got back into collecting Webkinz in 2015. So this is a pretty important one to me. It's also the first Lil Kinz in our lineup, so that's pretty cool. Is this one commonality? Mostly Lil Kinz are pretty common, to be honest. I didn't have to pay much for the ones that even the ones I didn't have. So I'm not going to go into rarity for any of these because you'll be able to find most of these out in the wild at least. Maybe not so much as the more common big ones, but you're guaranteed to find at least a Lil Kinz if you're out searching for them. They're not that rare. You also don't go for that much online, so you're in luck if you're searching for Lil Kinz. These are actually probably the easiest Webkinz thing to collect now if you want to have a complete set like I do. So I got into most of the details when we go into this, so each other rounds will be as long. But yeah, I had to mention the fact that I found this part, the white part here, interesting on both of them. But yeah, that's the black and white cat. So let's get on to our next kin, shall we? Oh boy, little bear, and this is Honey Bun, black bear. Now, in between the filming, this guy decided he wanted to hide on me, so it took me like 10 minutes to find him. So that's pretty funny. It's just, I sound a little more agitated than last black and white cat part. That's probably why. Well, here's a black bear. This is an example of father son. This is the dad and this is the son. That's how we made it. These are originally both my brother's Webkinz, but I inherited all their Webkinz. So yeah, the black bear has the same thing, stringy fur here, and this shiny little thing, little fur. His mouth kind of fell far, but this is one of the cutest Lil Kinz, easily for the black bear. Here's I'm gonna give you a comparison of what size comparison. Here's the yes side by side. This one, he seems a little stubbier in the face than his more narrow in the mouth than the black bear. Ironically enough, for a long time they just had the black bear and panda bears. Like, for such a popular animal, I'm surprised they didn't have a brown. They took a while to make a brown bear. After my time. Yeah, this is what it looks like. The black bear is pretty cute. I think this, of course, this one's more common than this. Out in the wild, black bear is pretty common. The Webkinz, pretty generic with Webkinz too, isn't it? This is an early Webkinz, and this is the second Lil Kinz ever made. So, yep. So that's the black bear comparison. Next, we got the Cocker Spaniel, the dog on the front of the tag. This is the Webkinz I had as a kid. Well, technically my brother's, but it's mine now. Starfire, and this is the Lil Kinz Peach Spaniel. One interesting thing to notice that these ears are floppy, and these are tied down. Yeah, these the Webkinz say out. All these dogs have their ears like had a little strap. On mine, I would just like pull them off. You can see we did this. A more obvious one is Spots. Technically, his ears are supposed to be like this, but depending on the Webkinz, of course, Spots had his ears like this forever. After me, it looks better this way, more expressive. This is the Cocker Spaniel. Like I said, stringy fur, short, shiny. This one seems to be more short and shiny. This one's cute. It's actually not that interesting of a Webkinz, to be honest, for me, Lil Kinz at least. Kind of like there, eh. Let's show size. This one is like, because the use it doesn't have as much fluff as this one, but that's pretty much because of the usage. Pretty much the biggest difference between these two is that I just think the Cocker Spaniel, it's cute, but I think I prefer the normal Cocker Spaniel now. The classic doesn't even really look like Cocker Spaniel. I mean, they made another American Cocker Spaniel, make it look more like an actual Cocker Spaniel. But you know, my dog Oriole, he's part Cocker Spaniel, quarter. Just side comparisons. So there's your Cocker Spaniel. Oh, this is what they have a better look. What it would look like. There you go. There's the ears. Just push it down. Yeah, this is pretty good. So yeah, this one is, I think, more common Lil Kinz. I think that's Cocker Spaniel. You know. Though I did forget to mention this, but actually I just threw it away. The black and white cat is the mascot for the Lil Kinz, on the tag at least. So yeah, this is not a bad Lil Kinz, but not my favorite. Mostly because it doesn't have much of a character to either. She was in Webkinz Hospital 8. Peach. It's peachy. Next web. Here we got the pig. Oink oink. The pig definitely shows a size variance because this pig's pretty big. This little pig, yeah. You see one ear came open for this one, but let's keep it the way it looked originally. Try to. There we go. There's Bacon. This is Bacon pig. This is Pinky the pig. So, yeah, pretty much a pretty good size now. Like I said, stringy fur to this fur. Early on, we're see a lot of string fur. We'll get into more interesting territory. We have to deal with it. So, I don't have much to say about string. It's pretty much just a very basic size down, it looks like. Though let's say, I think my pig tail just got straightened out, because that's the only difference really here. But I think it's mostly just mine. They didn't use a lot. I don't even know how. Okay, I think okay, string in there to make it look like it is. So I guess it was like that. But anyway, let's do a comparison because I don't have much to say about these. I do like Lil Kinz pig a lot. I do use him a lot. Bacon, he's pretty cute. I like to because he's a pig. He's a cute little pig, but I also like this pig too. I use this one a lot, Pinky pig. Alright, let's do our comparison. Alright, that's the pig comparison. Pretty basic. This is definitely a look I really like a lot. So this is a highly recommended one. I like the pig Webkinz in general. It is made a really good pig design. So I like the more classic designs because they made an animal that's kind of hit or miss looking. I like pigs in real life, but they aren't the most cuddly or cutest creatures. But it depends on which pig you see, you know. But they did a really good job with the pig Webkinz. I do like the Lil Kinz version more than the big one, just because. Sadness. I don't have a Basset Hound. I want one, but I don't have the Basset Hound. This Saint Bernard, though, he's doing the job. And I think you just noticed something about this one. What's that? No W. It's actually one of the oldest Webkinz I have here, other than my Chickadee dog, which won't be showing off because I might just be to swag a little, show off a little bit, flex a little. That I have a Chickadee dog, but yeah, this is one of my more valuable Webkinz because it's an early one that doesn't have a W. Look at that. And it actually has an even weird tag. So a lot of the old ones that don't have an official name. Actually, this one does have an official name. I don't know what the hell's over the tags because this one, I don't know. I honestly don't know. But yeah, this is the closest we get because Saint Bernard and Basset Hound are very similar in build. We'll be seeing this guy again. I think this guy's name is Kenny. And this is Sally. You might have seen her before. I'm working at the hospital. Sally girl. Oh, here's a basic comparison. You won't be getting the best because I don't have the actual Basset Hound. Though I do like this Webkinz a lot. It's pretty interesting. The Basset Hound's pretty interesting. I'm pretty weird they made it, honestly, because they made a Lil Kinz of all the other ones. Seeing something like a Basset Hound being Lil Kinz, it's kind of interesting. You typically see that in later Webkinz, but I'm glad they did. I always looked at how it looked like she was wearing pants. And her tags cut off because I was an idiot and cut off some of my Webkinz tags. Me and my brother did that. But yes, Sally girl here. I like it. You can kind of tell. It was like, from what I can tell, it's pretty similar to this, pretty mostly. Except just can't take these features and put it on that. So that's why I'm comparing these two. Let's see, it comes stringy fur, goes to non. So this, I guess I didn't mention that this style fur, the underbelly, pretty much the same as this one. This one's softer because it's not as used, even though it's older than this one. Because I use this one a hell of a lot. I played my Webkinz to death. I have restored them pretty well though. Some of them, at least. I've restored all of them. Yeah, this is a comparison. This is one of those unfortunate things you're gonna see off the video. This is actually probably the big. There's only two that's gonna have big discrepancies. This one and one coming up. But other than that, I have all the regular big ones, so you don't have to worry about not seeing the Webkinz compared. I could have bought the Basset Hound, but I want to do this video as soon as I could. You know, I knew as soon as possible because I do some things, but I just couldn't go out to buy more Webkinz, and it just would have cost more at the time. I just wanted a Lil Kinz, you know, so that's why you're not gonna see everyone compared. Though you're getting the best rough estimate for this one. I mean, you're getting a bundle for even me showcasing all of them like this. Here's a Lil Kinz. I'm gonna just showcase it. Here's like the basic comparison. I really wish I could have showed the big one off this one, but I just don't have it. So there you go. Here we got the cow. We got a cow and a cow baby. So the cow's pretty cool. I'll be honest, I'm not the biggest fan of the cow Webkinz. I feel like he's kind of just like the proportions are a little too fat. Oh, yeah, moo yourself. It's not bad, but it's something I never really liked. Though I do say I do prefer the look of the one a bit more, just more usable. Though the characters I'm not a big fan of. This one was mine when I was a kid. This one was my brother's as a kid. They are related, mother and daughter. I never used this Webkinz. Something about her, just like, eh. Even though she's a fat Webkinz, I used to use fat Webkinz all the time. That's a weird criteria, Webkinz. I don't know. This is a stringy fur, too. The shiny little fur. I don't know what you call it. The horns are the same material, though. Whatever the material the horns are, and the hooves get like lint stuck in them. Like how much lint gets stuck in their hooves? Like what the? I don't even know how. There's like the only weapons like that. Kind of annoying. So yeah, it's pretty basic shrinking of a Webkinz kind of down with the change of the fur though. So it looks like a basic. You can kind of see that. Let's compare it. So there's your cows. An early Webkinz looking. Here we got Golden Retriever comparison. I actually have two of these. This one I had as a kid, and this one I got recently at a yard sale. This one's actually looks way more brand new than this one. This one actually has an old W, so you can see what that Golden Retriever looked like. This one always came with. We actually got this one at a yard sale too, way back in the day. They sewed its eye pretty badly. And this is Barkfield. My girlfriend named it Star and Twinkle. Though, because this is the one, you can kind of tell this one looks more like Cocker Spaniel because this one's been used to death. This one's probably better for a comparison, even though the ears are out on this one. It originally looked like this, much like the other ones. So here's what the Golden Retriever looked like. This is actually another one I'm not that big a fan of. I like dogs, but this one is kind of boring. The Golden Retrievers is kind of an okay Webkinz design. It's based on a pretty popular dog. The way they did it is kind of lazy. They really just took the Cocker Spaniel build and just made it just gold, I guess. It could have been better. Could have been worse. It's not bad or anything. But I do like Star quite a bit, but more for a personality or design. So yeah, this is not my favorite Lil-Kinz, but it's one that's there, you know. Here's a comparison. So there's the Golden Retrievers. I started making them play their drums, chestic drums. We got the Gorillas. These are the first tall Webkinz I have. Once again, long fur, a little stringy, shiny. I think I didn't mention that Golden Retriever. Maybe I did. Forgot. Yeah. Here's the Gorillas. I like the Gorillas a lot. Like I said, I mentioned earlier, they don't want to pick up that well. But look, Donut's picking up well. This is Donut, Lil-Kinz Gorilla, and this was Conga, the Gorilla. I like Gorillas a lot, so of course I like having Gorilla Webkinz. This is where an interesting translations come into play, where the face is a little different. This one's more wide, looks like. It's like the size is kind of like different. It's not much the height, but the width, the girth. You can see, it's kind of here. The width, the height is also comparison. I do like these. This weapon Lil-Kinz I think came actually before the big one, believe it or not. So yeah, let's compare them. I think this is one of the translations that makes the Lil-Kinz look a little more different than the bigger one, but it's mostly the same. You're not gonna see much change between the big and little. This is the one that seems to behave the most. Especially in the face, seems to be much different. And here, seems to be more of a pack definition on than the big one and the little one here. Because this is supposed to be the little baby. So let's compare. So there's the Gorillas. This is one of my favorite Lil-Kinz. I do think the big one's better, actually, believe it or not. He's the one that actually wants. I think the long fur actually helps separate it better than the one they did on the Lil-Kinz. Even though I do like this Lil-Kinz a lot, I think this one's just more fun to play with. I also got this one recently. I'm glad I did. It got this video, but it's actually one of my favorite newer ones. I love this gorilla a lot. I'm a fan of gorillas in general, so it's just big greater apes. So you know. Next Webby. Next we got the Hippos. I got Birthday here and Bluey. So this is pretty much just a translation though. The snout this seems much like goes wider out. Well, this one kind of doesn't get too much do this that much. I like how they made the hippos blue when hippos aren't blue in real life. They could be gray and brown. But you know, it makes them more interesting. Do the same thing with a rhino. So it's pretty much the same thing. Stringy fur. This one's been reused a lot, so its stringy fur is kind of like, eh. I don't know how to restore these because my brush doesn't really work with them. This is the little one. It's basically a little hippo. See, this one seems to be a lot more thinned out than the big one is, because the big one is fat. Hippo. This one's just a little one. Maybe he's lost some fluffing all the way. He seems lost some fluffing too. But it doesn't stop him from being a beast. Yeah, don't have much to say. The blue looking Hippo's okay. It's cute and all. Maybe his personality is the reason why I don't really not that attached to this little guy. As compared to this big, I do prefer the big one just because it was mine. And I like the personality more, but you know, this is one. I like the cow. I feel like he just works a little better as a bigger guy. The hippos are supposed to be big, you know. The blue, it's a nice plain blue. So here's our comparisons, our standoffs. There's our hippos. Here we got monkeys. Oh, ah! I loved monkeys as a kid. Not as much as greater apes nowadays, but here we got our monkey, Mickey the monkey. And we got Diddy, the Lil Kinz monkey. Size comparison, the Lil Kinz is not that much smaller than the big one. The face seems to be different shaped, though. The mouth looks weird because it came off, and I recently re-sewed it. You know, it works for the most part. They heavy restocked this guy too to make him look. They originally did, but yeah, the size comparison. Mostly the tail's the biggest change, but it looks like they're bigger, but like they're kind of like they're pretty similar. You can tell this one's a Lil Kinz because even though it's slightly smaller, but because the fur style is the shiny type I talked about. This is the long, stringy kind. This is actually one I think I like Lil Kinz better in a way, because I think the face shape is much more cuter, and his fur type I think works a little bit better. Because you don't need the gorilla. You actually felt like this had the big one felt had this kind of shape. The little one had this kind of shape, face. If that makes any sense. And the string kind of worked better on the gorilla because it standed out better against its same colored with this type of fur, which made it look like his face was hidden, but it was easier to tell on the big one. This one, it's not necessary. So this is full fur. It does feel better. I do like these monkeys both. You notice when I grew up as a kid, I think I do like this design better. Anyway, let's compare. They're very, very close in size, as you can see. Yeah, other than the fur types and different face shapes, it's kind of hard to say. Even their feet, their feet are very similar. See, it's very. Maybe since the Lil Kinz I have, this one is brand new, so I don't know why. So maybe not brand new, but he's not as big use as this guy. Let's look at this tail comparison. You can see the big one is definitely longer. And back to back, they're not that different, as you can see. That's why I said this is the biggest, the least. It still feels different, but it's, the size comparison wise, it's not as big as a difference as other Lil Kinz, if you know what I mean. But yeah, the Lil Kinz monkey, they're staying inside the other monkey. I do like the monkeys a lot. But you get them. When you see a monkey, of course, get it, because this one I think it's more rare now. The Lil Kinz monkey is definitely a favorite Lil Kinz, so definitely get this one because it's pretty cute. Get it. This is the biggest diversity. I don't have the pug. This is the closest to a pug. Yeah, I know that sucks. This is my first Webkinz I talked about earlier, so it's loopy. I mean, they have kind of similar body shapes, just the heads are very different. You know what I mean? The pug was actually at first Lil Kinz introduced, then Big Kinz. The big pink pugs are hard to find the Lil Kinz one, from what I understand. Or I've seen on eBay. Another thing about this, even if the ears always stay, are still the string in them to make them like pug-like are still there. The pug's cute and all. I'm a big fan of this texture, which I'm pretty sure is supposed to be originally like this feeling. It's kind of aged a bit because he's been used quite a bit. The pug is cute and all, I guess. It's not the best one. Here's my original. I can't say much because I don't got the actual pug to compare it to. This is the closest one to it, so it was either that or the Bulldog, and the Chihuahua is more similar. That's the back. So here's comparison. This is actually the first weapon where the big Kinz have the same fur type as the little Kinz, I believe, because when I've seen the big pugs, they always have the same fur type. And the big pug is gonna have the stringy fur because it doesn't make any sense for it, you know. So that's an interesting little Kinz fact. But I don't got much else to say about the pug because I don't got big Kinz to showcase it to. But you kind of get the idea of the Chihuahua, though. It seems like it's a bit much bigger. It actually seems pretty big. Actually, this Webkinz is actually probably the same size as a Chihuahua. It's pretty funny, right? Whew. Alright, let's move on to the next Kinz. This is Loopy, by the way, and this is Pam. Here comes the rabbit. And you know, so these things, they look very similar. I was actually going to say a couple, not of this, but I looked into this. This is the Lil Kinz, and this is the big one. I have a tab, this is the big one. The big one is so similar to the Lil Kinz one, it's ridiculous. They even have the same fur type. This one literally has a tag that says it's a Lil Kinz. It doesn't say outright, but it has the number for the Lil Kinz. This is old school, so it doesn't have that one either. They're both old. And when I looked online, yeah, this is what the rabbit looks like. It's weird they have this pretty much exact same fur type, and the fact that this sits similar is it drives my mind. It actually makes no sense why the Lil Kinz is so similar. It actually makes more sense by the Lil Kinz because you're getting a cheaper one than the big one. It's pretty much exactly the same. But you can kind of tell the hand size is the only thing that can really tell the difference. Which one is big? And this one has a W, this one does. They're both old, but look at that. Look at that size. This one even has a small. The Lil Kinz old W is small too. You can see it's squished. So that's how you know it's the Lil Kinz. But they look so similar, right? This one has the bigger whiskers, I guess. They're very. It's kind of weird, you know. But yeah, this is the big one. This is the little one. I'm positive about that. It's really weird though that they're this size. Maybe I haven't. Maybe I had other more rabbits, but this is the little two I got. Maybe it can be more obvious, but that's the way it is. So here's the comparison. You can tell this one's bigger, but still, like, the discrepancies in that. You can also tell the tails, but maybe it's just the one I got. It's just not. It's just small. Or maybe this one's just a big Lil Kinz. But yeah, that's kind of weird. Though, like, see, I would say get the Lil Kinz, but like, because they're so similar. But the rabbit's kind of boring design in general, to be honest. So yeah, I guess not one of the Lil Kinz I'd recommend that much. It's cute and all, but it's so similar to this big kind. Either one you find, you'd be pretty much good off, unless you're a collector like me. You gotta have every one. That's the rabbit. But yeah, for one, I don't have. Another one I don't have. I have two unicorns, Lil Kinz unicorns, but I don't have a normal unicorn. The horse is very similar, so this will be as big as that. See, we'll just kick one of you. This is the Crystal and Iris. This is Crystal. Which one? Crystal and Iris, and this is I forget her name. Sorry, horsey. I forgot your name. Ah, kick me in the face. We'll get rid of Iris here because we only need one. The unicorn is very similar to the horse. The unicorn has the normal fur of this one, so the same share scene. The biggest change will be is it's white and it has a horn and these glitter things, which makes this fur here rough, which just kind of sucks. And the fluff on the bottom of the hooves, and the fact the hooves are glitter, which I'm not a big fan of, to be honest. Yeah, that's what the comparisons. Just imagine this is white and it has a horn, and there you go. The unicorn's pretty cute. The one thing interesting about some of these early horse ones, they have these like stitched on eyes with. I guess they're trying to make them look like My Little Pony characters, like old style. I don't know, it's kind of interesting. So this is the Lil Kinz horse. This is a big horse. This is a Lil Kinz unicorn, actually. So that's what. But this is pretty much exactly what you would get if you got the normal unicorn. I'm sorry, I don't have it. But there you go. There's the comparison. If you like horses, there's only 3 Lil Kinz horses ever made. If you count the unicorn, it's a mythical horse, but still a horse. So yeah, you don't have much choices for horses, so if you like horses and you like mythical creatures, and you like your girl and you like unicorns, or your guy and you like unicorns, either way, you got a unicorn. I got two. Ready for some elephant? We got the elephant. I actually have three other elephants, but I'm just using one because I don't need to do that. So let's find out. This is Peanut. This is Nutty. Yeah, Nutty. So here we got more traditional one. Stringy, little shiny one. Actual size comparison. I'm glad we're going back to basics here. Don't have much to say. This one's cute and all. The elephant, I prefer the bell elephant over the traditional one, which is not usually what I would say, but it's just a better design. Those cool. We got a nice fatty guy, fat elephant. Looking one's probably better, maybe. I don't know. It's a little cuter, but let's do our comparison. I don't think this fur type works on it that well though. You know, elephants aren't really stringy; they are kind of rough skinned, so it's kind of weird they have the whole body. But whatever. Here's a comparison. I don't really got much to say about the elephant. It's pretty common in Webkinz. Both, I believe. That's the elephant. You pretty much might as well have the Webkinz elephant in your collection because elephants, everyone looks at elephants, and it's the only looking elephant they got. No Webkinz elephant. Kind of pointless, but they did do a Kinz Clip version of that. So yeah, elephants. I don't got a golden white cat. I said that earlier, but yep. Here's a golden white cat. The Lil Kinz version is much more common than the big version. The black white cat, which is pretty similar in the fact that there's a white stripe here. That's just gold. They're basically the same. Most of the cats are pretty much. The gray. I forget the gray one cat. I know it doesn't. It has a white stripe in the back, but yeah. Here's basically what the Lil Kinz golden white cat and the black white cat. Here's the black white cat match. It's gold. We got the golden white cat pretty much. The golden white cat I recommend because this is the only way you can get a golden white cat for cheap because the bigger one is much more expensive. I do like this design of the golden white cat quite a bit. It's cute and all. I've never seen a golden white cat. Maybe it's trying to be. Sometimes it's called the orange and white cat, but the official name I believe is the golden white cat. This one on the tags is orange. Look, it's orange cat, but that's not its official name. But it's not really orange. It's more gold than anything. It is gold. It's officially called the golden white cat, so that's what we're calling it. I'm gonna show you a comparison of what they look like though, even though they're different. It's not that big. You guys are not gonna scream at me for using the black and white cat for this. It's wearing little pants, and this one isn't. So there goes the golden white cat. Recommend this one. I think this one might be a little rarer, a little kin, to be honest. I'm not sure. I know the big version's rare, but I think this one's rare too. There you go. Oh, this is Dorothy, by the way. Quit lying around. Just kidding. Oh, that's a terrible joke. But yeah, we got the lion. Here's the big one, and here's the little one. I have the hair set up differently. This one's all frizzy and out there. This one's all combed back because that's the character personalities. This is pretty basic, stricken down. We also got Stringy, the shiny short. Oh my god. I keep saying that all video. They didn't really show the W's off them. They're pretty much in the same spot. They don't change that. Here's the comparison. Not much to say about the line. The biggest change is the one I did personally. Is that they're just pretty straightforward conversion. If you're running Lil line, it's really cute. The original line has interesting design compared to the layer line designs, which are more traditional. These ones look more like its own style, you know. I like it. I think I like the big line more though, a little bit. Even though I like this character, King the Lion, this Scar Lion. There you go. Here's the St. Bernard compared to the actual St. Bernard. Here's the little one, and here's the big one. the ears are out a little bit, but they're not enough to really. Like here's what the W would look like if it was actually on it. It would have been there. Don't have to say it's stringy, too short. This one's cute and all. It's not as interesting as Basset Hound, Saint Bernard, to be honest. Interesting Webkinz. Here's the side view. Back view. Didn't have much to say about this one. I like this one. This is a dog eye, by the way. Canny. But yeah, there's Saint Bernards. Not much to say about this one. It's basic translation. Not much to say about this. It's pretty basic looking. And the other way, it seems kind of, in a way, really basic in a way. This one seems more basic because it has no W. But yeah, that's that. Here we got the Chihuahuas. Now, me personally, I don't like Chihuahuas. I'm a dog person, but Chihuahuas are inbred dogs that are made to be aggressive. And they're annoying, and they're not. And most people who have them are usually bitches. Here are the Chihuahuas here. It's a pretty basic conversion. This is where the fur types are exactly the same for each one. So it's basically a little version. Not much changes in between. Oh! As I said, I don't mind the look of the Chihuahua Webkinz. Despite that, you know, I'm a big fan of it. The animal's based off. Here's your comparisons. Sorry out there if those of you who own Chihuahuas or have the Chihuahua Webkinz. But there's your Chihuahua Wawa. Bark, bark. So I have 3 poodles here. This is the one I had as a kid. It's missing an eye here. Janie. This is Poodle. The other look at poodle I got this recently. I found it cheap at a thrift store. And this is Judy. We're gonna get rid of Janie, unfortunately, because we don't need her. She looks a little worse. So Poodle here is better. This is one where I much for the Lil Kinz base. He's the same one for the black poodle, which we'll get into later. This one looks just weird. But they're basically doing the traditional aha poodles look like this. Even though poodles, the only idiot assholes shave their dogs, and it has this weird, horrible fashion. And my dog is mostly poodle, so yeah. The cuffs feel soft. And all that's not on this one, just the short string for the this part. So they kind of swapped it. They use a more traditional, soft, kind of smooth cloth feeling for the most of the body. And they use the short, shiny for the usual the fluffy parts are. The poodle, I'm not the biggest fan of the Webkinz poodle. It just looks kind of weird. The way the string is, the way his face is. Just the way they mesh the fur types, I didn't think worked. I think it works way it's better on this one because now it's better. This one just looks bad on the one. It's actually not the type I like. I do like the Lil Kinz one a lot. It's definitely Lil Kinz over the big one, and I'm saying that for when I get to the black poodle too. Here's your comparison. Yeah, overall, this is one the Lil Kinz shines much better than the big one. Let's change it up. Here we got the generic frog. I got 2 Lil Kinz ones. This one looks brain damaged. We're not going to use that one. This one is what my girlfriend named it. So I had to look it up because I forget what it was named. What was this one named? I don't remember. It was a Lil Kinz frog. It was. I named it Cloney. I forgot what she named it, so I just renamed it Cloney. Clone. It's an in joke for the frogs. So this is Amazon, my big frog. And this is 4 eyes, Lil Kinz frog. They're also father-son. We're actually father and clone son. But you know. So I like the frogs a lot. They're pretty nice. This is nice, like just taking a Gans making their own stylized version of an animal. Of course, they have a bunch of different frogs in the future, and we'll be seeing some other Lil Kinz frogs. Basically other types of frogs, but here we got the basic one. This is basically translation of the stringy to the shiny. So let's just compare them. Look at their little paws. Their little, not paws, but their feet. So let's compare those bodies, shall we? Pretty basic. Lil Kinz frog's pretty cute. I got 2 of them. I recommend getting Lil Kinz frog because it's pretty adorable. I also like the big frog. These 2 are very common, so you probably have one of them already in your collection, though. Here are collecting Webkinz. So that's the frogs. Ribbit. So we have the horse finally. Of course we have the horse. Now the biggest things I want to say, this one has the same fur type as the Lil Kinz unicorn and normal unicorn, but this one has the shiny fur I've been talking about. Interesting translation. But other than that, these 2 are both very similar. It's actually kind of weird they even did that in the first place. Both have the stitch on eye and basic proportions. This fur type is but it's kind of weird because the unicorn had this same fur type, copying its parent. But this one uses the look based off the stringy or small version, which is kind of weird. Usually when they have this fur type, it means their small looks version of that stringy type, you know. But yeah, that's that. I don't have much to say other than that interesting factoid. This is alright. Probably should have looked it up. Let me look at. I can actually look it up right when I'm recording. That's pretty cool because I'm on my laptop when I'm doing this. Let's look for the horse if I can find it. The horse is, of course. By the way, this one name is Hershey. This is Hershey originally a Reese's. I changed it to Hershey because I like that better. Right, this is Lily apparently. No wonder I didn't remember it. It's so generic. Anyway, yeah, that's the horse. Let's compare them. These horses are kind of weird. I'm not sure for the later types of horses they did later on. It just seems like a weird sewn on the eye. Seems, I don't know, not my thing. So yeah, if I could say which one I like better, probably be the Lil Kinz horse, just because I had one. Well, there goes that horse. We keep losing horses today, don't we? Gotta hold our horses better. Here we got the Googles. Fun fact: Googles are actually platypuses apparently, and the Googles line actually was actually a plush line that Gans had for Webkinz, so that's why they're called Googles, not platypuses. I was wondering why they're called that. So we got the little one and the big one. It's a pretty basic translation of this is Little Titan. This is Titan. Father, son. This is one of the most adorable ones. I was at the Google line. Definitely didn't want to get. I recommend getting all the Googles. They're pretty. I love them. They're cute and they're fun to play with. But yeah, this Google seems to have less fluffing in it, so its neck's much movable compared to the other Googles I have, which also have a belly base compared to this one, which doesn't. Yeah, they're pretty. It's pretty much the typical look, stringy fur, shiny fur. You get it. You get it. Definitely recommend getting both. Recommend it. There's definitely a Lil Kinz you should add to your collection. The Google. Next, we got the tigers. I actually have 2 of these, but I'm using this one because it looks better. Shere Khan the tiger. This is Tony the tiger. So this is very basic. This actually has the same exact fur now. You know, this one's a stringy fur. They did not use that. Change it up for this one. So yeah, this one looks like it's pretty much shrinking down to it. The original Webkinz tiger is very stylized, like the Webkinz usually do. So it doesn't really look as much like a tiger. It looks kind of like a weird version of a tiger. Not when you know what I mean. It's just tiger, but at the same time it looks unique enough to be a Webkinz. I think the Bengal tiger is probably better, but this one has a unique charm. I like it. So yeah, this is pretty much just a basic translation of a big to small. Big to small. I do like the Lil Kinz. I think this is a tiger, of course, and I love tigers. I want to recommend you get the Lil Kinz tigers because I'm a tiger person. So, but let's compare them. By the way, my other tiger I have, his name is Tigger. Show that tail. this old one. So that's the tigers. Not much to say. Pretty good. So now we got an alley cat. Where did they get those stripes? I don't know. We actually got a cat that is not black and white cat, the big one. This is orangey. Kitters and J.K. Rowling. We'll get rid of J.K. Rowling because we don't need her. So we're using this. So this is basically our cat, just, you know, we got stripes. But now we can see what, there's no white stripe on back here though. It's basically the same as our cats, pretty much. Pretty basic translation. Though this one has the long fur here, but this one also has the long stringy fur, not the short shiny one. So that's pretty much the only difference here between them. Let's do the comparisons. Tail comparison. What was it? Back. Okay. They got pants. Looks like they got pants on. Those are the alley cats. I also don't have the gray and white cat. But the gray and white cat's very similar to the golden white cat and looks just gray. Here's the black and white cat big. What to say about this? Now, gray's kind of boring color, so this is not like the I love this Webkinz, you know, just a gray cat. So let's do the comparison because I don't got much to say about this one. Sorry if you like this Webkinz, but it's just kind of, it's gray. You know, not the most interesting one around. And it's kind of covered the cats similar to that already, so nothing that interesting. Let's get to the next one. Here's the panda bear. Interesting enough, this one, remember with the alley cat, we had the long hair. This, and they both had long hair, the long string one. This one, short shiny hair, and short shiny hair. The big panda has the same thing. The biggest change between the Lil Kinz though, the big one, is the noses actually. They actually have a different type. As you can kind of see, this one has a kind of a fake leather nose here. This one has a plastic, like a generic plastic nose. Yeah, they actually changed it up for them, the panda. Also the face shape. This one's just basic circle, and this one has like kind of a, what do we call it? Like it's a peach. I don't know what you call that shape. I'll say peach because I think that's what they call it. Shape in the head. But here's the. You can tell it's dough. I do have two of these, but this is Kung Fu. This is Po. Forgot to mention the gray one cat. His name was Talia. So let's do your comparisons. Kind of interesting that the panda sits upright. You know, I guess they do that, but you know. So this is Kung Fu and this is Po. Here we got the white terrier. They all have the same type of fur, which is, I don't know how to describe it. But yeah, they're white. I have two of them. It's Belle, Jingle, and Noelle. So I need you. So yeah, they're pretty basic dogs, white terriers. As a comparison. Yeah, there's the W's. They both have the old style W there. I don't know much about this one. I did have this. This is a replacement. I renamed it Jingle. I only lost one and it was this one. I have two of them now, oddly enough, but this is not the original Jingle. I just call it Jingle because I don't know where my Jingle is. Better check their noses now because the pandas. I just catch it as soon as I made it. Like, oh, hey, their noses. But yeah, they're nothing really to say here. Just got the basically you get the big one, you get the little one. You find it interesting when they have like. No, the bow here seems to be much more hot pink on this one. This one's much lighter on the bow on the Lil Kinz. You can kind of see there. See that color difference, but that's about it. It's kind of interesting. I'm about to talk about it. How they have a little accessory. No, some of them do apparently. Only some. Okay. I don't like believe in accessorizing Webkinz. Accessorizing your dogs, not Webkinz. You can accessorize your Webkinz you want. Here we got the tree frogs. Tree frog is pretty common, popular Webkinz, so big one and Lil Kinz. This is Beast Boy, and this is Boy Beast. Great name. That's your comparison. They're pretty much the same big and small, pretty much. Have all the same features, pretty much. So let's do. Oh, yeah, I cut this tag off. That's okay, because I'm an idiot. Yeah, they're pretty. Definitely recommend a tree frog because they're pretty fun Webkinz to play with because they're very expressive. You play, you know, you want to make them shoot webs out like Spider-Man or Rock On. They can't get the middle finger because they have 4 fingers, but the iguana can. So that matters. So there's the tree frog's Lil Kinz pretty good too. Basically, this big and small version, so it's kind of a cute version of the big one. So yeah, there's definitely good Lil Kinz. Ribbit. Alright, here's one I don't have. I'm not going to be using a cat for a dog, but they're very similar. I'm actually going to be using this for the next Lil Kinz I got. Here's the Lil Kinz Yorkie. No, this doesn't even look like a Yorkie. Yorkies aren't white, from what I know. My dog's part Yorkie. He's quarter Yorkie, quarter Spaniel, and half Poodle. This is my least favorite because I'm not a big fan of this fur type. It's really annoying. It's dirty in it all the time. Usually it uses an accent a lot. I didn't realize it's used as much, but the fact it's full weapon, especially on this Lil Kinz, just does not work. There's a bow. I just don't like this Lil Kinz. To be honest, it's just weird looking. I don't think the design's very well. Maybe it looks better than the big one. The Lil Kinz version of this is better. I'm not a big fan of the big one either. I just don't like this fur type really. You have to, in order to get good condition, nice and soft, you need to brush it with I have a brush on me. Yeah, there's a Yorkie, Lil Kinz Yorkie. This is Fluffers, and I forgot this one's name because I'll find it out when I go to the actual Persian Cat. But it's just comparison what it looks like to a Yorkie. Because I don't have a Yorkie. Yeah, normal Yorkie. I have a Yorkie dog. You know what I mean? There you go. So I don't like the Yorkie, but the Lil Kinz Persian Cat I do like. It's actually better than the Persian Cat because it uses a short version of it, which works much better on Lil Kinz rather than using the long version because it's the Yorkie. Here's the Persian Cat. I didn't realize this one had a bow. It's kind of hard to see. It seems that it's a little darker, much like that one. So the fur type, so it's one of the nice, unique short ones. Actually, it's nice and soft still. This is a really adorable one. This is Selena, by the way, and this is Kit Kat. I do like this one a lot. This one not so much. I don't like this fur type, like I said. It didn't really work, but now we have it. This is definitely a cute one. It's very unique from the original, as you can see. Definitely one you need to look out for too. So let's compare Selena to Kit Kat. There you go. This is one I actually recommend because it's really cute. Yeah, the Persian Cat's kind of boring. I can pet it, I guess. But I have my own cat I can pet in real life, so why would I need to pet a Webkinz? You know what I mean? Alright, my favorites. Lil Kinz Koala and the big Koala. I love both of them. Here we got Furry and Furball. And yeah, they're just adorable. They're just pretty much the same. They're basically just shrinking down one. No change really. But you know, why would I want to change to Koala? One of the best Webkinz. I have 2 of these. So that's how much I like those. They're fun and adorable to play with. This is, like I said, their father's son again. So I don't have much to say about these. This is definitely get both koalas. Koalas are the best Webkinz. Come on, you don't have a koala Webkinz. You get both. It's wrong. I'm so glad I made a koala Lil Kinz. And I think the Koala Kinz clip will be complete and signature, but whatever. So here's the front. Very basic shrinking down of a Webkinz. You know. Let's showcase this. And there's their butts. This is a good way to show height. Comparison between the two. Here's the width comparison, I guess. It's kind of hard to see actually. I guess we better this way. So there you go. Koalas. Alright, here's a pretty basic one. It's the penguin. You got Snowy and Snowball. Penguin's pretty good weapon. I didn't have one as a kid, but they're definitely good built. I think everyone likes penguins. Basically, the look of the one's pretty similar Basically the same things they do. They shrunk it down, didn't really make new interesting things they did. Same fur type. Pretty soft. Definitely really cute, like both penguins. Though I guess the little one's better because it's cuter, I guess. Let's compare them. Size comparison. They definitely tell the big one's much bigger. It's a little fat. It looks a little chubby. Hey, I'm not fat. I'm big boned. Yeah, there's the penguin. Pretty basic, but definitely good looking. Here we got Bulldog. Now this Bulldog's ears flop down. This is another one of the big one, but small, pretty much. It's cute and all. Bulldog's okay. Bulldog's kind of weird dog in general, so they translate pretty well. Don't got much to say about this one. It's pretty much just the shrinking down. No much changes. I mean, nothing that's different is that the ears aren't bent down on this one, but yeah. This glass barrel, this little barrel. This one's definitely cute, to have, though. I do think we prefer the Lil Kinz over the big one for this one. Let's compare them. There they are. I'm excited for this one because we have my favorite Lil Kinz, which is this Looks Polar Bear. So this is a polar bear here. We got Peaky polar bear. We got Ice Cube, the Look Polar Bear. This guy's super soft and much more movable than this guy. He feels kind of stiff a little bit, Peaky. His fur type, even after being new, it doesn't feel as good as this. This reason they got this really unique soft fur, and he feels much more movable. He can do kind of crazy tricks. He looks really cute too, compared to Peaky, who, like, Here, Peaky's really bad name. Nice Cube's a pretty good name. Yes, I do like this. This part right here makes me want to drink Coca-Cola, which I would do if I don't drink soda. Alright, so this is a highly recommend this Lil Kinz. This one is super adorable. If you don't have it, you gotta have it. Comparison. There's the butts. So you can see it looks similar, kind of like all these views similar build, but they feel different, and this like different fur type is so much better than this one. Definitely my favorite Lil Kinz right here. Easily get this one if you're getting Lil Kinz. This one is so cute. It's so fluff. It feels so good to play with. Get me now. Here we got the Bullfrog. Pretty basic. Squirking down the same Webkinz. No really big noticeable changes. Basic. This one's pretty nice, cute. Bullfrog's an okay Webkinz. Doesn't really feel good. He kind of uses this rough texture, I guess. Just didn't really a bullfrog, but actually they won't be rough. They'd be slimy. Because they're frogs, they're amphibians, or whatever. They're okay. I guess the looking one's cuter, but yeah, that's it. This is Jumper and Jumpy. Here's a comparison. There's one where it's definitely size comparison, so that's nice. I like this nice size comparison. You want to make sure your Lil Kinz is a little baby. That's it. If you like frogs with leopard prints, then I guess you like this Lil Kinz. We got the leopard up next. We got this guy, who I don't remember his name. There's two leopards, and I forgot both of their names. I think this is Larry, actually. What's my other one? This is not the other. I have two of these. We got little Larry. I forgot the other one is named. No, this one's Larry, I think. I'm sorry to look it up. Sorry, I'm taking so long. I don't know. Doesn't matter. I'm gonna say this guy's Larry for now. And this is Harry. Harry came first, and that's why this guy's named after him. So that says my favorite Lil Kinz, not because of the actual Lil Kinz leopards are just okay, but because of the Webkinz itself. I like it. It's kind of weird at this point they're making a leopard. We would do the Lil Kinz leopard earlier, but at this point, whatever. Not much to say. It's kind of basically just like making the same one small. This one's a stringy one, but sharp. Basically like the Tiger, which are very similar. The leopard, Canary was kind of like very similar too. So yeah, they just did that. I think the eyes look a little weird on this one because I had the eyes were chew out and I replaced the eyes. My dog used to chew Webkinz, unfortunately. Here's a comparison. there seems to be more differences in this one. For example, the face is more wide on this one, including the other one I have is wide face too. The ears seem like a bigger proportion, and its paws look like have more detail. There's like no there's like no stitches for any individual toe, and that's just not like if they're gone, but none of them on Harry's foot have any of that. And some of the other Lil Kinz had that, so it's not like the frogs would have their toes, the pig. So you just say did not. Well, I think even the tiger had it, so the leopard doesn't have it. There's an interesting thing for you. Other than that, they're pretty much the same. So you're a leopard. I do like the leopard a lot. I like big cats a lot, so of course I would have one in my collection. Look. Yeah, we got the black lab here. Unfortunately, this one shadow here went for the ringer, and his eyes are a little lopsided, sewn on badly. Sorry, but I did restop him at least. This is shadow, and this is little shadow. Nope, wrong area, wrong spot. This one is really adorable and looks so different. In contrast between the two is ridiculous. Also, I don't know if his nose, black lab's nose like this, because the brown chocolate lab and the lab aren't like this, but it's kind of like this weird hunch thing. It might be because it was sewn like that. I don't even know. Compared to this more bulbous one, his mouth's different too. This is more like a circle. This one is a datation. This one also seems a little bigger. I mean, it's definitely not definitely, but it seems bigger compared to another one. Like look how much bigger it is to the Dalmatian seems. You know. But yeah, this one is super cute. I like the black cloud already, even though this one's in back edition. It's been used a lot, and my dog Oreo chewed on it. It's not my fault. I tried to restore it. I'm not good at sewing on the eyes. At least it has eyes, you know. Here's the comparison. I'm pointing out by the shadow, the W here. Do you see that? I'm not sure if you can see it. But where all the reddish pink is kind of like not there. So there's like a manufacturing error on him. Pretty interesting. But yeah, that's the black lab. This is definitely a really cute one. So I definitely. So this is one I definitely get. This is more of the rare Lil Kinz, the black lab. So yeah, definitely one to look out for. One thing for going to these guys is that I don't find it weird that they made a black lab, but no chocolate lab or yellow lab. But anyway, you guys know these. This is my channel mascot Spots, and this is Little Spots, the Dalmatian. Now this is probably the cutest Lil Kinz ever. I already like Dalmatian, especially Spots. It's like I already love this rather Dalmatian, and having a little version of him. I already talked about this earlier, but it is. I mean, look how cute this guy is. He is so fucking cute. I'm sorry I cursed, but that's. I mean, he is. Look at him. It's pretty much just, like I said, it's just the same. It's pretty much just the same. This one actually has like more fur, actually, I think, on him. A little bit longer fur, believe it or not. But look at his little baby ears. He's so cute. This is one I wish I had as a kid. I always wanted this one as a kid, but it was retired. Never saw it in stores. I can't believe I got this year. That was the weapon I wanted a long time. I can't believe I got this looking just this year. But I really wanted it, and I got it. Yes. I didn't think Lil Kinz Dalmatian was real. But now I have it. It's so cute. The one you need to get Lil Kinz Dalmatian easily. It's so adorable. Here's the pink poodle. The Lil Kinz is not like the other poodles because it's based off this poodle, which is different looking than the other poodles. And this design is much better than the other poodle designs. And they pretty much just translated that to the Lil Kinz form. So I can't say much. I guess the Lil one's better because it's cuter. But yeah, let's compare them. Don't got much to say. They're pretty much the same. It's not the best. I feel like it could be a better design. It uses cheeky fur, I guess, what I'll call it, for the entirety of the Webkinz. The same for the Lil Kinz. Looks like he got a beard. I forgot both of their names. Actually, this one's Sammy, and this one I forget. But yeah, this is the pink poodle. People like the pink poodles. Pink poodles aren't pink in real life. You have to dye their hair, which you probably shouldn't do. So It's okay in Webkinz world, but real life, don't do that to your dog, please. We're trying to record this. I got interrupted by my girlfriend calling me, hurting her feet for no reason. I don't understand my girlfriend sometimes. Why would you ride a scooter if you have your foot broken or something? I don't know. Let's talk about the white mouse here. Our first exclusive Webkinz. That's why we don't have any Webkinz next to it. Well, pretend there's a Webkinz here. I don't know why they didn't make a big white mouse. For me, this is the one I feel like could have one, but I guess because mouses are small, but they did plenty of small Webkinz that are big, but you know. That's one of the fear mouse wrote. This is the only mouse or rat Webkinz ever, pretty much, from what I understand. They did other rodents, of course, like a squirrel and a chipmunk, and beaver, but that's the only one I have. I do like the Webkinz, though it's pretty cute, but I do have two problems with it. Let me show you it. This one actually has a Kinz clip, so then it's actually Lil Kinz has a Kinz clip. Let's say the problems. First is tail. His tail is like a shoelace feeling. It's not very. I don't really like it. It's not very good. And the W placement is just very weird. It's like on the stomach to the sides. Like, why not have it on the butt? Or it's because they made the paws weird. Usually I like them on the paws, but I feel like this would be a better spot than just weird stomach W. But whatever. Here's the white mouse. Cute, because what? I mean, you gotta have this one, in your collection. So there it is. Rather mention the mouse and his MJ, but here we go. We got the black poodle. This is pretty much the same as the poodle in Poodle. So the Lil Kinz, same Lil Kinz is basically the same as what normal poodle. Big one, same as the poodle. I like the black one better because it just looks better because you don't have to see the weirdness of the poodle. This is Sir Barkadoodle. My girlfriend named it. And Blackfire. I don't know much to say. I feel like pretty much everything I say about the poodles here, but it's black now. So there you go. Are you chicken? Well, here we got chickens. Now this one's interesting because stringy. I know the alley cat and leopard had them, but they didn't really seem weird to them. Also because they seem shorter. This just seems like kind of weird because this one has a stringy fur type fur. Basically, the chickens are pretty basically a little. Here's big, here's the little one. This is Peggle and this is Little Peg. Do you like both of them? Though the Lil Kinz one isn't unique enough to say that you need to go out and get it compared to the normal chicken. But if you like the chicken, if you're feeling chicken, go ahead and get it. There's the chickens. Here's a weird one of Lil Kinz. The black and white cheeky dog. Yeah, they made a cheeky Webkinz Lil Kinz. Surprised they didn't do one of the cheeky monkey, because that was one they made a lot, but the black and white cheeky dog, which is already kind of weird, because the cheeky dog did not last very long. They made a variant of it, and then they made variants of the cheeky cat, too. This is the first one. It's a black and white cheeky dog, and they made Lil Kinz of it. It was a very stranger part. Now, if you don't know, here's my flex. Here's the cheeky original cheeky dog. Yeah, I got it. You see, the fur type is much different than the one here. This is the stringy type. This is the cheeky fur type, I call it. So yeah, it's different than both of them. Let's talk about the Lil Kinz and regular one here. So the regular one is pretty much just like this stripped down version. Though it is pretty cute. The Lil Kinz one better because it's cute. But I do like the cheeky Webkinz in general. This one just has the weird stringy fur. And each cheeky dog, even though they're the same type, they have different fur. This is the only one that I think has the stringy fur though. This one has the shiny. So we got our traditional ones, but just on a weird cheeky Webkinz because we don't have a normal, we don't have the normal Lil Kinz cheeky dog. We have the Lil Kinz black and white cheeky dog. That's why it's kind of weird to me. Here's our comparisons. There you go. Alright, this Clydesdale's pretty big. So here we got the Clydesdales. I believe that's how you say it. That's a weird tag. Oh, somebody made a makeshift tag on this one. For their look. I never even looked at this before. It's like missing its tag. It's cut off, and they put a new tag. I'm gonna get rid of that. It looks pretty bad. So here's a Clydesdale, and here's a Lil Kinz one. I'm not a big fan of this big one. It doesn't really look that good. The Lil Kinz one's fine though. It's cute. This one just looks really weird. At least that looked weird. Let's do this comparison. It's weird they did only after they Stone on Ice. They did this type of horse because actually this one seems like it has more detail, at least to me. Horse's ass. Here's the weird makeshift tags I'm gonna put on it. I had this one for a while, so I'm sorry I didn't notice that. I don't really play this one that much. That's probably why. So yeah, there's the Clydesdales. You're gonna want to focus on one's much better. Looks even the face looks better. This is Sing, by the way. This is I don't even remember Jeffrey, I think. There you go. Alright, from this point on, we're pretty much just going to get a bunch of exclusive Lil Kinz. We only got that much comparison left. But here's the first bird. First of many birds. Now, these are probably the best exclusive Lil Kinz because they're each one I like compared to the fish we're into, which are more hit or miss. So here we got Blue Jay, which I see a lot outside, so this is pretty cool to have one. And basically the shape and size, this make along with the white mouse, these make perfect sense whether or not big Kinz. They don't you can't really, I don't know, can you imagine a big version, like a regular version? I guess you could, but there's not really one that looks like this, especially the typical birds they make in the regular ones. Here is the Blue Jay. This is one's Blu-ray, Blue Jay. Tail. It's W's. All the ones are W's are on the wings. Actually, no, this one's on the butt. I think no, that's another Webkinz. Yeah, I have my butt. Yeah. See, this one's pretty cute. Pretty good Lil Kinz. I recommend all the Lil Kinz birds. Depends on which color you like, I guess. Which bird you like. All of them look pretty cool. So here's the Blue Jay. Here's the Gecko. Pretty cool Webkinz. The Lil Kinz. It's also pretty cool. It's pretty much the shark and down, but we got the stringy and the shiny little fur type. Let's compare them. The tail is pretty. Look at that tail difference. Right this way. So those are the geckos. The eyes seem a little different on this one than this one. Other than that, yeah, both are pretty good. So if you want, though, I recommend getting because everyone want Lil Kinz. But yeah, this one's pretty cute. I like how flat they are because you can just kind of like. It's funny you can't really do as much. You can do, but not as much as the Lil Kinz one. It just has less. So like you can come and fall off if you want. This is a little more flexible than this one, but this one's still pretty flexible. So it depends which one you like. I think the Lil Kinz one wins over that. But there you go, the geckos. I recommend the geckos. Marty was the big one, and Charlie was the little one. Okay, here we go. Lemonade and Lemonade. Lioness. We only got 3 left to compare after this in my order. So yeah, there you go. So my Lemony here, classic look, and I like a lot. She's missing a lot first, so it's gonna flop in her because she's been used quite a bit. But yeah, they're pretty basic. It's like the lion is pretty interesting because basically you're taking the original lion. I had to sneeze. You're taking your lion and making it a female lioness because female lions don't have the mane. They're like this. They're also more capable than male lions. And here we got a little baby version, or this could be a little baby male lion. But since it's called a female, it's a lioness. It's gonna be, they're both female, of course. So yeah, these are pretty cute. This one's pretty adorable. I have to hold this one up just because it would be kind of lopsided. Here's your comparison. Yeah, they're both pretty good Webkinz, and I really like the fact they actually made a lioness Webkinz. This one's pretty cute. You like Lion King, then I guess get a lioness. Here's a Chickadee. The Chickadees have a pretty cool name, but they're pretty boring to look at. And yeah, most of these birds look like the birds they are. Not much to say there. But yeah, this is probably nothing that interesting. I forgot what I named this one. I think my misnamed it Chickadee. I think my girlfriend named it, but I can look at it easily because it's a newer one. let's see what your name is. This is actually the last one I had, I'm pretty sure. Kate Cassie. There you go, Cassie. This is Cassie. Chickadee. I feel like Chickadee's okay. This is probably the least interesting bird, because chickadees aren't that interesting. I don't really interesting about them is I remember that one episode from South Park, the Chickadee. That was, man, the Wood and the Curse. That's a great episode. Yeah, the Chickadee, pretty boring bird. I mean, I don't even know if I see chickadees. I see finches a lot. There you go. Alright, here's the seal. I forgot to put it up, but there we go. This is Ice the seal. This is Slippy the seal. You saw this one in Webkinz Hospital 11. This is basic, stringy fur, shiny fur. This one's really cute though. Looks actually much better than the seal here, which has been kind of worn out and her face kind of fell off. Which happens to a lot of Webkinz. But yeah, the whiskers seem better here because they're not all tangled up together. I've never seen white seals. They're usually gray and black. I've seen a lot of seal rescue videos recently, so it's kind of weird white. But there you go. You got your seals. No, the Locust one is much cuter looking, though, obviously, but I like this one better. That's just me. They're good. No, this is pretty good. Lil Kinz. We're near the end of the Lil Kinz for a base of a regular one, which sucks because I like them a lot. I wish they continued making them, but they just stopped. I really don't know why. If anyone knows, you can tell me in the comments. Here we got the blue triggerfish. Now with the fish here are than one, they base them off nothing. They make up original ones, which are weird because I guess because they did more fish Lil Kinz than normal ones, which is weird because there's so many interesting fish you can do. They didn't do it as much as I feel like they could have. How much sea life there is. But this is a, even though it's an original, it is based off a triggerfish, which they didn't make before. So I guess there's that, even though they don't have this pattern. So to show off, this is Sparkles. By the way, it's not a bad looking Webkinz, but I'd rather than first make actual ones based off original ones rather than weird stuff like this. This one looks like an original Lil Kinz. This one I had forever. So yeah, there's Sparkles. Not much to say. It's just okay. Sparkles. Here we have a cool bird, Hummingbird. Not people like hummingbirds. This one's actually kind of bigger than other birds, which is funny because these hummingbirds are actually smaller than most birds. Hummingbird, they kind of exaggerated the colors a little bit, but yeah, you see the nose there. This gets nectar. You got most of the aspects. It's a pretty cool looking bird. Webkinz. It's not my favorite looking, but they got these like deep purple underneath. Oh, this is Flappy. Not really a name. It's all like the looking bird, like trying to just hold him like this and make him be flying. It looks pretty bad right now in the video, but I like to eat. I did that a lot as a kid. Yeah, Hummingbird. I mean, cool. This is why I like the yellow bird. They get like these cool birds. You like your bird watcher is great. I hear my cat meowing outside. Here we got the Lil Kinz cat, black and white cat. Here, come on, show yourself. This game's out looking. I wanted to see Cookie. You can see Cookie. Cookie. There's her tail. She's nice and she's playing my Webkinz right now. Okay. Bye, Cookie. Here we got Husky. Yes, we get another comparison. The Husky is pretty. Both of them are pretty fluffy. This one's more. This one actually feels better. It actually feels more movable than the Locust one, and it feels more fluffy. So, in comparison, if you like Husky, it's pretty good for you. I feel like you could have done a better designing Husky, honestly, Webkinz. That's just me. This is a Potter. This is Stubby, by the way. Let's do comparison on it. We only got one more comparison after this, and then we won't be seeing any of them compared anymore. Unfortunately. When we get to the end, it kind of sucks that they didn't make more Lil Kinz. I like the idea of having a little version of the big guy here. You know, some Webkinz wouldn't look as good as Lil Kinz, but I feel like some would be pretty good. Would have made really good Lil Kinz. I would have killed for a Lil Kinz kangaroo. You got my favorite birds. You know they look kind of generic. It's Cardinal. Rose the Cardinal. In fact, I like cardinals a lot because they're red. I have a lot of cardinals in my house because my mom likes cardinals. We see them a lot outside. Pretty cool birds. This is kind of boring, honestly, the design. I'm so used to it though. Maybe that's why. But it's just really just a red bird. But cardinals are pretty cool. So you got your cardinal bird. Don't got much to say about it. I like pretty much all the birds, other than the Chickadee is kind of boring. So there you go. Here are our second Webkinz fish. Yeah, Seahorse is our fish, and it's an original thing. It's actually one of the most unique Lil Kinz, next to the white mouse. But technically, since it's part of the fish family, it's part of that. And yes, we never got, maybe other than the digital, which I don't look at the digital ones because I don't care, because I can't own them other than digitally, which I actually don't really like the website that much, so I don't want to do that. So yeah, here's the Seahorse. At some points you can stand up, kind of, so that's kind of cool. I named him Triton. It looks like from every angle. It's not, Seahorse is brown, kind of weird looking, but they made him yellow, purple highlights, contrasting colors, and inverse a spiral, if you could say. This one's really cool. Definitely a must-have. Lil Kinz, the uniqueness of it. You can't. It's such a cool Webkinz. I mean, they could have made a big one too, you know, but it makes sense to have a Lil Kinz one version of this. This is definitely one I'm really glad I have. And look, it hangs off your finger. Yeah, definitely one to must have in your Lil Kinz collection because it's really cool. And it's really not that expensive either, so yeah, definitely pick this one up. Now we got a Canary, or a Tweety.
I saw a pudding cat. I saw a pudding cat.
Oh yeah, I need a Tweety. So this one's kind of like a Cardinal, it's just one yellow color, but it's basic. Yeah, I feel like Canaries. It's little white highlights on his wings. I mean, I goes first gonna name it Tweety. Tweety's a Canary, and this is Canary too. Not much to say about this one. Pretty basic. Not my favorite bird, but you know, it works. It does the job.
Tweety, my name, but I don't know my age.
Here we got the purple goldfish. Yes, it's a little version of a goldfish, which is a Webkinz that exists, but instead of making a Lil Kinz version of that, they made a unique purple version, which is kind of blue. It looks blue in the camera, but it's purple in real life. It's an okay one. It's kind of weird, like I said, making these original fish. There's plenty of fish in the ocean. I mean, I know some people say, but literally there's plenty of fish to base Webkinz off of, and they didn't really do that much. This is one of the weirder ones because purple goldfishes aren't real, and they could have just made the Lil Kinz version of the goldfish so I could compare them. But because they didn't, I can't. I guess I could, but technically these are Lil Kinz exclusive, so I'm just going to do based off that, and there you go. It is based off it, though. The shape and these eyes, which are different than other fish, but you know. It's okay, I guess. It's not really that interesting. It's kind of, It's not really based on animals, so it's really not that interesting. It has little sparkles on it, and that's about it. It's a purple goldfish. Its name's Sushi. There you go. Here we got lamb. The last comparison I can do, because these is the last weapon they made that was based on a pre-existing one. They never did one with the sheep, which came before the lamb, but the lamb is more common. So we're doing them. It's this basic fur type that we've seen already on the white terrier. It's not the same to Chicky Dog, which I got here. This is Mary, and this is Lammy. I didn't name it, my girlfriend did. Comparison. These are kind of okay. They're cute and all. I feel like lambs and all, but my sheep looks a little more interesting from what I've seen. But yeah, this is just the lamb. It's the last one based of a pre-existing Webkinz. Pretty sad. There's plenty they could have done, like the chocolate lab, yellow lab. They could have done one off. I'm having brain fur right now, or like a raccoon. Turtle, that's a good one. Sorry, I was looking up my collection. Okay. I already talked about this earlier in the video, but here's the fling glitter fish. I don't know this. How long ago was that in the video? It's been like a couple hours now for me, not for you guys. But yeah, this is based off a real fish, not based on a real fish, obviously. Why is there no fins here? If the fins here, it will be much more appealing. But yeah, just the feel, it feels like shit. It has the same tail fin as the other fish. They also have this. They have all the same end fish. It's based off the purple goldfish build, but like as you see, there's no fins up there, so it's kind of weird. This is just really ugly looking, gaudy looking fish. It's just pink with like leopard, or is it like camouflage? Doesn't make it like what? I don't know. I guess they thought it was pink would sell to the female audience demographic, but not gonna work that way. I have perfectly good pink Webkinz. I love my Whimsy Dragon. I love Puppy. I love Lion. I love pink. I even like the pink pony. I don't like this one. It's not. I actually like pink. And just I don't like this part. And the fact there's no fin. Where's the fin? It just has one. This thing's like getting eaten by a shark. I wish if I went with a shark, I would make it eat it, but I don't. Say I missed the end video button, but here we got Budgie and Bridget. This is basically another bird. Not much to say here. This is a tropical bird, not like the typical bird you see flying around in suburbia. This one you'll find in the tropics, but it's still little, so that's why it's looking. So it's pretty cool, pretty green yellow. I like this how this looks. Doesn't feel as good texture-wise as the robin I was petting up, but yeah, it's still a pretty cool bird. If you like green birds, definitely get this one, or the hummingbird. The Oriole. This is flamethrower, and Oriole, I don't know how do you pronounce it. The tags all scrunched up, so what happens is you have weapons for a while. Oriole. It's called Oriole. This one's right. Terrier. It's a black and orange bird. Pretty cute looking. I don't know much to say about this one. It's not my favorite bird, but it's cool. Alright, we're getting more birds. Here's a robin. You know, I like robins. They're pretty common though. They're interesting because they got the orangey red belly. This one's actually pretty. I got it new recently. Not really recently, but a couple years ago. But I haven't really used any Webkinz. This one feels super soft and it's cute. It's torchy. I already named the pink glitterfish. I named it glitter because I had no name for it. That's how much I like that one. Here we go. Here's Torchy, the robin. Quite like this one. I mean, I like all the bird ones. I just like this one feels soft, really soft right now. So that's why I'm just petting it, petting my little bird. Here we got the Tomatoe clownfish, the last look it's ever released, and this one's actually based on a pre-existing animal. Oh my god, it's based actually off a form of the clownfish. And it's really cute. This one named Tomato because I'm not an original. So that is the last Lil Kinz made, and I like it. It's cute. It's not my favorite. That, guys, is every Lil Kinz released. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more videos of the BKT Webkinz channel. Yahoo! Yeah, stay tuned for more videos, guys. It's gonna be a good one. Do I know you? No, you don't. Oh. Goodbye. See you later. Okay, this is the last one I actually got. The Polka backfish. It has the same body as the other fish we've seen. However, this one has a different face. It's got unique eye little holes. This one's, I call it PJ because it looks like he's wearing pajamas. I like this one. Even though it's not based on a fish. I know that sounds weird, but at least this one looks cool. It has a cool color scheme. makes me think of sleepy time, which is what I'm gonna do once I get this video done. I'm tired. Well, I'm just recording. I gotta edit it. I'm not gonna edit my sneeze. I'm just gonna put the parts together. You know. But, yeah, this is PJ the Backfish, and this one is my most recent one. Yeah, I'm happy I got it. Missed the